Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree. Today I have a little process slash tutorial video of me making a diorama card. So I wanted to make a card that kind of, I don't know, that was just different than a flat card without having to use dimensionals. So I thought I would try and make a diorama card, and so I came up with a couple of measurements to create a normal 4¼ by 5½ inch sized card. You can definitely make this with one sheet of 8½ by 11, but I am actually going to be doing it with two different sheets just so I can get the actual 4¼ by 5½ inch size card base. So I already have one of these made. This was a prototype, which normally I don't do, but for this card I really wanted to, just to see if it was going to work out. So the card does lay flat like so, and when you open it, it like opens up like this, and there's this little box part, right? So it's flat, and then you open it up and it opens up. So it looks like this, and I have some measurements written down in there, pretty messy, and we're going to go ahead and make one on camera. I haven't embellished one, but I did die cut a lot of things off camera. So let me go ahead and just tell you guys the measurements of each of these pieces. So this one right here, let me bring in my scoreboard so you guys can see. Okay, so I have the We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard. A lot of scoreboards are not the same, so if you guys have this one, then I mean, nothing really changes. The measurements are the same, but I have a piece of paper that measures 5½ by 9 inches, and on the 9-inch side you're going to score at 4¾ and at 8½, and then that's it for the for this piece. Now to make the window part, you're going to go ahead and cut a piece of paper down to 4¾ by 5½, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And I just like to flip it, but if you don't, you score at 4¼ I'm going to flip it over and score at 1/2 inch again. So I'll have those measurements linked down below, and that's it for the scoring and the cutting. Again, I'll have all of that linked down below for you, or down there for you guys in the description box, so that way if you guys need to reference to it, then you guys can. So you want to make sure that your 1/2 inch piece is, or that you scored, is on the right hand side of your paper. And when you do your window, I like to fold my lines a little bit, so that way, or my little creases here, so that way when I put my die on here I can kind of see the lines a little bit better. But that's all personal preference. But for this window I use the oval, and this die comes from Diva Designs, and I will have all these products linked down below. If you guys would like to grab them, then you can. A lot of these are affiliate links, so I do make earn a small commission when you use those links, but it is free to use. They'll just be there for your guys' reference if you would like to buy the dies. So all of these dies will be linked down below with their own link or through my affiliate link, and there will be names down there as well. So this card is actually for Diva Designs design team project, so we'll be featuring one die that I recently got from her, and this is an older die, but if you guys would like it, I do suggest it. It's called the Circle Nesting Die, Circle and Oval Nesting Die, I think, bundle. I will make sure to have it down below. I thought I wrote it on here, but I will definitely have all the names for you guys down there. But I used the second to last oval. I used a stitched one. Doesn't matter if you use a stitched one or, you know, the little squiggly one here. But I did use the stitched one, and the stitching doesn't go onto this window right here. It does come out with the die cut piece. It looks like this. So you can use this for something else as well. But I'm saving that for another card. And I just ran that through my die cutting machine. I used a little piece of pixie tape. Not my favorite, but it held it there in place pretty well for what I need it for. And that's going to be glued to the right hand side. So let me go ahead and just start creasing all these down for you guys. Don't mind my crusty nails. I am waking up in the morning to go and get those done. So I'm going to go ahead and crease these. So there's 2 here on this piece, and one side's going to be longer. Just remember the shorter side is going to be on your right hand side. And then this right here with the window, you're going to go ahead and fold in the 1/2-inch pieces and do that here too. Alright, so it looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is this is going to go onto here, and it's going to glue onto these 2 edges right here. Now for this, I like to have this piece that goes on top go on the outer edge. The reason why is so that way when you open the card up, this is not, like, this is clean right here. Because if you have this going up to the top, you're going to be able to see like this 1/2-inch piece, and I don't like when you could see it. So I'm going to cover it up by putting this on the outside like that. So I am going to embellish this part first before I actually put it together, because I am going to do some embellishing on the inside. Okay, sorry guys, I need one more score. I don't know how I missed that one. You need a score at 4 1/4 also. Okay, so 4 1/4. Again, I'll have these linked down below, you guys. I'm sorry. It is like 2:30 in the morning. But anyway. Okay, so 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. I scored up the wrong one, but it's okay. So you'll be scoring at 4 1/4, 4 3/4, and 8 1/2. And then you have this piece right here. Okay, there you go, that's better. Alright, so I'm going to set aside the main base of this card, and I'm going to work on, actually no, let's start with this one first, because I am going to decorate the background. So you can actually choose to do a piece of pattern paper, or you can do some die cuts, or you can leave it blank and then just work on your, decorate your aperture piece, and then, you know, leave the back part plain, basic, like, you know, whatever color it is, or a piece of pattern paper. But I am going to decorate both the background piece and the window piece. So I'm going to start with this background piece first, and I am going to be showcasing Scrap Diva Designs Sakura dies, and these are the little Sakura flowers. And to create like the little branch part, I am using a different die because hers are just the flowers, but this is also a Sakura like branch or cherry blossom branch. So this one is from Diorama, which I will have linked down below. So if you guys want to buy this, you can, and you can use them together. I haven't worked with them together yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to look pretty cute because, I don't know, I just feel like they go well with each other. So again, this is the Diorama Cherry Blossom die, and I will have it linked down below for you guys. And I die cut it out of white, which I'm planning on actually using on the window part, but I also die cut it out of gold. And this gold paper comes from Joann's, which I've hauled plenty of times. And I'm gonna do the background piece going like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my little window here just to get my positioning correct on my card and how I want it, which I think that would look nice like this. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stick with this, and what I'm gonna do is, because I want to make sure my placement is gonna stay the way that I have it now, go ahead and just use my clip here and just clip it down for now. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here flat because I am going to have this on here anyway. So it's going to have more pieces glued onto there. So I'm going to go ahead and just take some glue and glue that down. And of course there are other ways that you can glue this. You can glue it as a whole, or you could do it this way. I'm doing it this way to make sure that my piece is glued exactly where I want, because I do have a window, so I want to make sure this is exactly where I want it. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, and I'm using Barely Arts glue. If you guys haven't tried it, you guys should. I'm not sponsored with them or anything, but I will have it on my Amazon storefront in case you guys would like to try it out. This bottle, however, is a limited edition bottle, so you can't get it, but the glue is definitely worth it. I will have as many products that I use in my videos in my description box if you guys are ever interested in that. Okay, and I'm going to remove my little clip and just glue this, and I'll cut the excess off once it's dried. Okay. And then here are my Sakura flowers, all die cut, and you know me, I have to have my sizes organized. So that's what I did there. And I'm gonna just create, you know, on top of these little flowers here, my little Sakura blooms. So these have 3 different sizes. It's up to you if you obviously, you know, don't want to layer up these flowers, but I like the gold, like the flat flowers. So I'm actually just going to layer each of these sizes, and I'm not going to use any dimensionals on these. I am just going to glue them down straight with liquid adhesive, but you could definitely use pop dots if you're, you know, making floral pieces to use for later projects or anything else. So I think I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to have this one be on the inside like this. Yep. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to be gluing this down, right? So I'm going to do the same thing and have this here, and then I'm going to glue all the little parts that I can glue down. And I'm going to do it as best as I can because I don't want it to fall apart, especially because this is foil paper. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off because it's not going to be seen anyway. And let's see, just this here. And then glue the rest of that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this dry. I'm going to glue my flowers down. And like I said earlier, I'm just going to go ahead and glue these on here flat. So I'm just going to take my glue and put it on just in the middle, so that way the outer edges can kind of flare up. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the aperture part, and I might glue this on the outside of the frame. Normally I don't, I've never made this card before. This is my first time that I've made this. But I mean, like, originally I planned to have all these flowers tucked inside of the little frame here. But I think it would look nice to have a little bit of it peeking out from here. So I'm gonna see how it looks first before I commit to it. And I just want to make sure my placement is nice. And I ran my die through twice out of the same paper. You can do different pinks, which would look really nice, but I just decided to do the same pink. Doesn't need more. I feel like it's kind of empty down here, but I don't know. I mean, there's no branch there, so do I have one look like it's falling? I have a couple left, might as well use it. I don't want to, I mean, I have them all die cut already, so I might as well just use them. I mean, yeah, that actually does not look bad. So I could do that, and then I have this last one right here, which I could probably do here. Oh, okay, so actually, so before I put any of these down, because I'm actually liking how that's looking, so I have these white ones here, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to use them on the front of the card or on here. And if you hear a child in the back, yes, she's awake. And that's why I'm awake. My daughter is awake right now. Okay. Okay, I do want to do this. I just think it would look really pretty. So I think I'm going to have them get glued onto here, just so that this part is not too plain. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to flatten this out a little bit to make it easier for me to glue these pieces on, and so I don't ruin these little side pieces. I hope that's where I had it originally. Oop. Okay, so before I glue the white ones on, I'm just gonna go through this right here and just make sure, again, that this is placed. Oh, see, didn't glue this on. Oh, thank goodness I didn't glue it yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna put glue on here, place this here, and put that one down. Alright, so now alright, so I'm gonna glue this one on after, but I'm gonna go ahead and have this go in here. Okay, so now I have this, I'm debating if I want the white in there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then this part, this little flower is going to hang on the edge here. Like so. I don't want to cover up this flower, so I'm going to move it more to the left. And I'm just going to put glue where I feel like it's going to hit. Okay. And then I am going to decorate the front while I let that dry. And I just have another one of these that I ended up not using. I'm just going to cut this off. And I think for this one, so you can have it opening up this way or this way, right? Hamburger, hot dog. So it's up to you. Portrait, landscape, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'm going to have this one come from here. And it's going to be a thank you card. So I have this die, which is from scrapbook.com. I will have this direct link down below for you guys. So if you guys want to grab it, it is the scrapbook.com brand, which I've shared in a haul video. And I just used the thank you. I've used this in my in another design team project that I didn't post a video, but I did do a project share on. I meant a tutorial video on, but I did do a project share on it, and I'm like loving the font of this thank you. So I've been using it a lot, and I die cut it out of a darker pink. For the front, I still am going to use this to try to bring in the same Sakura, like, you know, theme that's going on. So I'm going to glue this whole thing down on the front of the card. And I'm going to see if I have a stamp that I can possibly use, right? That'll go together with the thank you, and use that. So here, go ahead and glue this down. Hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. I had a very fun weekend, and I was able to post my unboxing of this, my Scrap Diva Designs package on Mother's Day, so I've been doing pretty well posting. I'm kind of glad. I do love recording videos and posting them, so it's always nice to have content out there. But look at how pretty that white on white is. Cute. And do I want to bring in more flowers? Let me see. I have a stamp. So I think I'm going to use the little Hello Friend stamp from Hefty Doodle. If it's available, I will make sure to link that down below. I got this on scrapbook.com, so I'll make sure to have that link linked down below. If that's the one I want to use. Nope, it's not. Okay. But this is definitely a must-have, so I'll have it there in case you want to. It has a lot of, you know, sentiments that you just need on cards. So this one is from Pretty Pink Posh. So there was one that says Hello Friend. Oops. I'm thinking I could just stamp it right here. And let's do, nope, definitely not. Okay, I think I'm going to use Fresh Pink. It's a lot of pink, but let me just try it out. And this is from the Stamp Market. Do I have a scrap of the same white? Yes. Okay. It's a little different. I'm not sure if I want that one. I have this one called Cotton Candy, and it's like leaking everywhere. Ooh, it's everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's all over. Okay, well, we'll pass on that until I can clean it up. I don't want to get this all over my card. I think I'm going to do this one. I said no to this, but I don't know. I'm digging it, so I'm going to try to use it. Well, I forgot to wet my tool here, so stamp it off. And this is from Concord and Ninth. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, so I'm going to use that one. And I'm just going to stamp it right here. I don't even know if that's straight. I just went ahead and stamped it. Okay, so I got really lucky. I was able to stamp that. I should have used my Misty tool, but oh well. It actually stamped pretty well. So there is the little hello friend. And then when they open it up, that's when all the color will pop through. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. And remember, I'm going to have this go on the outer edge of my card. So I'm going to put the glue on the inside of this one. And then I'm going to put glue on the inside of this 1/2 inch right here. And I'm going to do that before the thank you, so I can get the thank you placed and exactly where I want it. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold the card, and I'm just going to crease everything and just make sure it's on there nicely. Alright, and then do this side as well, so that way when I open up the card, it opens up nicely. Like so. Alright, so when you when you fold the card, you just want to make sure that when you fold it, there's no score marks on the front of the card. That's how you know you're folding it correctly. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with this 1/2 inch on top, so you know it's not folded correctly and the bottoms don't line up. So you just want to make sure you have it folded correctly. There's that. And there is that. How pretty is that? So now I'm going to do the thank you. So you can even put the thank you up here, honestly. So that way it's not like... Okay, you guys, so here it is, the finished card. It says hello friend, and then when you open it up, it's this diorama card. Has all those layers on there. And I don't know, I was thinking of putting some centers to these, but I really don't want too much dimension on the inside, so I'm probably not going to. I know it's not me to not do it, but I really do like how it looks. I'm glad I used the gold paper because it adds that shimmer and shine, I guess, more so, that I like. And here is the thank you. So this is what it looks like. Oops, I'm squishing it, but it looks like this. Just says thank you. And then you fold it, and there's the card. And it'll go flat once it goes in an envelope. But there it is, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this diorama card. I hope that it inspired you guys to make one too. Again, I will have the links to all of these down below, as well as the names of the products and the measurements that I have used today. But yeah, so I hope that you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.